that there is no baptism of the Holy Ghost, that only 144,000 will be baptized in the Holy Ghost. It was out of the church that young man resisted the doctrine of hell and heaven and developed that religious group. Now, the Bible said that those God saved, among them who refused to believe, among them who backslided, among them who said, I no longer believe that. I used to believe it before, but now I'm more educated than before. I can't believe that again. He said, those who couldn't believe, we are not one. Church, we are not one. I'm only hearing this, brothers. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, they are reserved in the everlasting church under darkness, unto the judgment of the evil angels that pulled out of their faith are given for what? Judgment. So if there is more money in January, a lot of people really become believers in January. As the year is ending, 31st December, oh God, thank you for saving me. Thank you for crossing me over. They are in joy. Oh God, this year I'm going to serve you well. The moment you enter January 1st to 31st, by February, all of those vows, people go back to smoking, to drinking, to all kinds of things. They go back to their prayerlessness. They go back to all kinds of things because they did not take the decisions under God. They were like people who are trying to bribe God for keeping them alive. But God said, when a man shifts his faith, he has positioned himself for what? For judgment. So the doctrine of the Nicolaitans that said God will not judge iniquity, God will not judge sin, is an error. Now, what we see, what we saw as the deeds or practices in Ephesus became a doctrine in Pergamos. That's exactly how little acts of sin become a lifestyle. Little acts of sin become what? A lifestyle. I met a young lady last week. Yes. This week is one. Yes, this last week. Somewhere in East Africa. The father had what it takes to send her anywhere she wants to go and read. But right from that, her father's house, she started running around, lying to the father, lying to the uncles. Before they knew it, she came home with a baby. The father and the mother said, give us the baby, go back to school. And she said, yes. By the time she went back again, after a few months, she started the deception again. Before you knew it, she came back with the second baby. The parents said, the first one is our own. You go and take care of this one. They withdrew her, of course, just take care of this one. The way that the father said, it's the baby. In that village, the lady came and greeted me. I thought she was just a gardener in the premises. I didn't know she was the daughter to that village man. It was later when the young girl said to my friend, things are not yet in order. I'm not enjoying the love of my parents. We went, sat down, began to talk. That was when I understood the situation. What brought her to that point? She was looking at her in the midst of plenty. Little acts of lying, deception, following boys, lying to your parents. And after a time, it became what? A lifestyle. The lifestyle that had ruined her career, if not for the intervention of God. We have to plead with the Father to forgive her and restore her again. The moment you are finishing, he said, Daddy, I want to go back to school. That is what she would have finished. In fact, the man had gotten passport for her to travel overseas. When she came back with it. Little acts, little fornications, little lying, little fingering. I met a younger among us here. God engrossed. What do I mean by that? We picked up the children to say. She was doing very well. Suddenly one day she left the church and went away. We couldn't see her. She went because the spirit of immorality did not allow her to stay. After a time we went back after her. Big time for the mothers where they were saying, come back, God still loves you. She came back, cleaned up. We didn't do anything, punishment, no. We just showed her love. She came up and came up alive again. Came up alive again. And began to walk and began to do, sing in the choir, do the things I need to do, pray. She was really coming up. She was coming up. She was doing well. Suddenly, the devil sent an agent into the church. The boy came around and discovered this girl was doing well. What he did, he took a nude picture and sent to the girl. And the spirit of the girl went off. The enemy was connected to little acts of gold. And the door was opened in the spirit. After the boy slept with her, she sent us message. Look at the girl you say is the Holy Ghost girl. She came to my house and was begging me to sleep with her. I was away in Uganda, one part of Uganda, very far from home. My wife called me on the phone. I was almost tearing into it. I said, if I see that boy that came to my garden over Israel. So I came home and called her. With some of my leaders, we sat down together to discuss. What do you say happened? Say, what did I do? It's only fornication I committed. It's only fornication. It's young man. Are you ready to bear the weight of what you're saying? He was still angry. I said, sorry. Since you are ready for what you have done, you need to carry the punishment. Come on, live here. I know that boy is wasting away. Of course, after the girl was recovered and changed location, what they were asking, has we ever seen this boy anywhere? He said the boy wrote her a letter and said, please forgive me, release me. My life is not in order since that incident. I said, sorry for him. He doesn't know where to go to. He was telling you to forgive him. He's not coming to where the matter was. Let him continue wondering. Where am I going to? I'm talking about little acts that become what? A lifestyle. Get it? How did this girl become a victim of such things? When, in fact, I wanted to discipline her one night, I just had a vision. The Lord said to me, put back your apostolic rod. If you flog her with that rod, you will kill her. I will do it. And decided to love her again and put her in. Said, daughter, what's the matter? She came talking. I said, it's okay. We're going to pass through deliverance. The day we began to pray for her, opening the church in the service. Was it that all night? She says, don't have sex. Don't have sex. That's the spirit that was good. How did that spirit enter? Get me clear. She was 10 years a little girl, and her own father was swinging her. Her own father was swinging her. And by that act of the father, a spirit entered and possessed her. That she can't come on again, but the spirit keep persisting. The spirit will go and come back because she found her. lifestyle, that become a habit. Where are you trapped? Little acts of lies, little acts of cheating, little acts of dipping your hand in your husband's pocket, taking money he did not permit you to take. And when he confesses your money, so which money are you looking for? Go and look for it, God. The money is in your hand. You are denying little acts. It's a comment that they say, that man, he had I can't come, Ararat. You are doing his hand is Ararat. You have gained an identity of a thief in the spirit. I know thy works. Pastor, is it wrong to take my husband home? But the two shall one. Tell him that you took the money. But before taking, tell him I want to take. You know that works. Oh Jesus, help me. Well, if we don't finish, I'll finish on Sunday. How little acts of sin become what? Your lifestyle. Doctrine or the Nicolaitans is found side by side with the doctrine of Balaam. Revelation 2:15, 14 and 15. He said, I found in the Pergamos church the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Israel to eat things sacrificed to idol, to commit immorality. And this also I found that you have permitted those who teach the doctrines of the Nicolaitans. So you find that where the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, the doctrine of it doesn't matter what you do with your body, what is said is your spirit, wherever you find that doctrine, the sin of idolatry is not far. The sin of immorality is there, because it was Balaam who could not break the defenses of Israel. When he discovered that on 3 occasions he tried to cast the spell of witchcraft in Israel, he didn't work. He told Balaam, know what to do? Don't worry, I'm going to teach you a secret. I'm going to teach you a secret. Organize party, wild party, and tell your boys to invite the Jewish girls. When they come, just play the harlot with them, kiss them, it is just kissing and playing. And that is spirit of immorality hit the children of Israel, that they could bring the harlot into the camp to come and sleep there. It was Balaam that developed that system of doctrine. There are people, young men, they may not go for girls, but they have all the ideas to meet their friends to get girls. Young men, now they get Christian. This is serious. He said, not only those who do them, but those who take pleasure in them that do it. I know your works. I know where you're coming from. I know what you're doing. Doctrines of God. Now, what is the problem? Yes, let me share the problem maybe the next 3 minutes or 4. I'm going to pray. The root cause of the Nicolaitan spirit or doctrine. The root cause. What's the root cause? We find it in Acts 6:5, where the Bible said, and the saying pleased the people. Now the appointed Stephen, Prochorus, Nicanor, and all the rest of them. And when they got to Nicholas, they said they appointed Nicholas a proselyte from where? From Antioch. Who is a proselyte? Who is a proselyte? A proselyte is a man who don't change camp. They moved from Catholic to Pentecostal church. Or you move from one Pentecostal to the other, you don't change camp. The other time, say we take for the former Shalom. Now this is Shalom Christian Mission Truth Assembly. You don't change camp. A proselyte. Without getting encounter, without an experience with Jesus, he said, Nicholas, thank you, brother, and Nicholas, what? A proselyte of Antioch. There are many proselytes in the church. They don't change camp. No personal account. Matthew 23. Let's see how Jesus looked at them, the Pharisees. Matthew 23 verse 15. Please give me that. Let me explain one or two things and we go to pray. Matthew 23, 15. How did Jesus look at the Pharisees, the Sadducees, who were busy converting men from Judaism to Christianity, or from whichever faith to their own faith? He said, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you compass sea and land to make one proselyte. They were so busy, they can pay any sacrifice to go and get men to believe in their church. There are people who go out for evangelism Saturday, Sunday, Monday. When it's any day they go to evangelism, they are not preaching Jesus. They are telling you, come to our church. If you come to our church, your headache will no longer be there. In fact, you have no problem again in the world. If you come to our church, there are businessmen that will give you job. You are going up and down, sea and valley, to get proselytes. To get proselytes. What are the effects of the proselyte? And when he is made, when you get to life, you make him twofold more a child of hell than yourself. You are breathing life in nature. By not presenting the gospel, you are presenting your church. You are presenting, you come to our church, the miracles there. You speak in tongue, and the people say, I'm looking for job. And this brother has offered me that there are businessmen in their church that can help me get job. They come, say, how many new couples do we have here? Every, you have 30 or 300. They clap, and they come. But these are people who are still smoking. These are people